Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Hool Vibes. My name is Megan Hool, and here at my channel we talk about all things holistically healing, naturally healing, spiritual, anything to kind of shift your mindset and get you in a better place in your life, right? Positive thinking. So today I kind of want to talk about that, talk about shifting the mindset, talk about manifestation, how to get the life that you want, and how it all starts with your perception, right? So I'm going to give you kind of an idea of what I've been going through, because a big thing on my channel is vulnerability. I like to share what I'm going through and what I'm struggling with, and then teach you how I kind of transformed out of that situation into a more positive way, and how I'm just using these tools to enjoy my life more. So, okay. Exciting things are happening in my life. For those of you new to my channel, I've been dealing with chronic illness for the past 5-6 years. I've had health issues my entire life, and I'm really just getting to the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm feeling so much better. And I have been blessed with an opportunity. The universe has gifted me with a trip to London and Japan, and I'm going to be gone for 2 whole weeks. And I'm leaving in a week, and it happened really sudden, and when it happened, I kind of freaked out. And I couldn't breathe. I got sick to my stomach, and I panicked not just because like leaving the country, that doesn't really scare me. It's kind of getting out of my routine, my healing routine that I've been in. And for those of you that are suffering from any kind of chronic illness, you know what I'm talking about. Once you start to get sick and then you find different therapies and foods and things that get you better, you kind of stick with it because you love how you feel, right? So instantly when I think about this trip, I was like, well, am I going to be able to find all the foods I need, right? Because my diet is so limited. Am I going to be super jet lagged? Is my immune system going to run low? Am I going to get sick? Am I going to be able to do this and that? Like, what if my back hurts and I need to go to yoga and I need a chiropractor? What am I going to do? I have like everything that I need here, right? In this area, in this city. So I naturally freaked out, and really it's because of my perception, right? I don't have faith that all these things are going to be just provided for me. So I freak out. And we do this with a lot of things in our life. At least I realize that I have now that I'm coming out of this old way of thinking, right? So I thought I had been doing so well, and then I started to panic and all this stress came up. And it really took me by surprise because I'm like, Megan, this is an amazing thing that you have. You get to travel, and why are you freaking out? This is beautiful. This is amazing. You should just be grateful. But I had to take a minute, and I had to shift the way that I was looking at it, right? So I just started to realize that, like, no, if you go into a situation and you worry and you think all these things, right? You think, oh, this is probably how it's going to play out. And I'm sure you'll do that a lot in your day-to-day lives with little situations and don't even think about it. Like, I'm a waitress. And when I wait on a table, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, these people aren't going to tip me. And you think that in your head, and you're like, they're just not going to tip me well. They're mean, or they're whatever. And then they don't tip you well. And you're like, oh, I was right. See, I knew it. I knew it. It's like, did you know that? Or did you put that energy out there? And then that's what came back to you. Everything is energy. Everything that you put out comes back to you. So if I go into this trip thinking, I'm not gonna be able to find food, I'm not gonna feel good, I'm gonna be jet lagged because there's so many flights I'm taking, more than I've ever taken before, right? If I think these things, then they're probably going to happen. But if I look at it and say, no, I'm always gonna have food, I'm gonna adjust quickly to the time, the time change, I'm gonna feel great, I'm gonna have fun, and not have an expectation of what that looks like. Right? Because sometimes we'll start to think positively, but then we think it can only happen a certain way. And then that happens or it doesn't happen the way we thought it was going to happen. So then it turns into like a negative situation because we weren't open to like the possibilities of it being in a positive in a different way, if that makes sense. So I think it's important to like shift your mindset, be positive about whatever situation you're going to, but don't have a high expectation of the way that it's going to go. So just like surrender and open to the possibilities of the universe, because I've been doing that lately in my life with little things. This is a big thing now I'm doing it with, but I've done it with little things, and I gotta tell you, it has been so much easier. Like, my life has just gone smoother, less stressful. I'm not overthinking a million things in my head, right? And it's really nice. There's this story actually that popped in my head, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard it, but I'm gonna say it anyways. And it was like this made up story just to like prove a point. Or maybe it happened, I don't know. But it's about this guy, and he owns a house, and he's a man of faith. And there's a hurricane coming. And everyone starts to evacuate the town. And so I was like, we'll call him Fred. I don't know what his name is. Fred, are you coming? Like, you got to start packing up. We're all leaving. He's like, no, don't worry. I have faith that God will protect me. Like, I'm not worried about it. They're like, okay. So everyone evacuates the town, and the last car leaving stops by his house. So like, hey man, you got to get in. This hurricane's going to be bad. Like, you're not coming out alive. Like, you need to get in the car. And he's like, no, I'm not worried about it. God will protect me. I have faith. And then, so he's like, all right, man. So he leaves. And then a guy with a boat comes because the water starts to rise, right? And a boat comes, like a rescue team. And they're like, hey, man, get in the boat. Like, you got to go. We got to go. We're here to save you. He's like, no, keep going. I'm not worried about it. God will protect me. I have faith. So then he's standing on his roof because his whole house is underwater at this point. And the storm is crazy, and a helicopter comes. A helicopter comes down, and they put a ladder down. They're like, come on, man, let's go. Like, you're gonna die. Like, get up in the helicopter. He's like, no, I'm good. I have faith. God will protect me. Right, yeah, it's kind of like unbelievable. But anyways, so then he dies, right? The guy dies. Then he goes to heaven, and he's like, God, why didn't you protect me? Why didn't you save me? And he's like, well, I tried. I sent you a car. I sent you a boat. And I sent you a helicopter, and you didn't take any of them. So anyways, the point of the story is that sometimes the things that we want in life are going to come in a way that we're not expecting them to. So that's just my mindset right now for this trip. I'm just like, you know what? It's going to happen beautifully, and I'm not having expectations of how it's supposed to go or things I'm supposed to do. I'm just gonna like let it fall into place and just enjoy myself and relax and just be. And for some of you who know me, that's not easy for me to do. Ever since I got into this routine of healing my body holistically, I try to control everything. And now that I'm gonna be traveling and like out of control completely, well, not completely, but a lot, mostly, yeah, it stresses me out a little bit, but I am changing the way I think, and I'm slowly starting to calm down. So I hope that you can use this in your day-to-day. Also, I'm shifting my mindset in the fact where it's like, when you want to change your life, the biggest thing you can do, like if you're not happy in your life right now with your job, your body, your health, right, a relationship, the best thing you can do is change your environment. Put yourself in a different environment. If you want to change your life, change your environment. Well, going out of the country is like the biggest way you can change your environment. So I know this trip is going to be so rejuvenating and healing for me. I just need to let it be that, and I need to let it come in the way that it's going to come, right? I need to be open to the different possibilities. Say, also, if you go into like an interview and you think, oh, I have to say this, and I have to say that, and I have to say this, and I have to be a certain way, and then it doesn't kind of come into place like that, you might think the interview went horribly. Well, maybe it didn't, right? But you kind of had these expectations of how it was supposed to go and what exactly you were going to say. So sometimes it's just best to not overthink things, trust, and just go with the flow. That's what I'm learning in my life right now. So I hope this helps you guys. I love you. I'll do another video about manifestation too, because it's all is kind of tied in. It's like how you perceive the world, how you perceive yourself is how you change things, right? You change your environment, you change your mindset, you change your relationship with yourself, and you can start to create a beautiful world and manifest the things you want. And it's something that I've been doing that actually works, and it's a very beautiful thing. So hopefully I can get some more inspired ideas, how to make a longer one, and it'll be fun. So yeah, thanks for coming to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any thing you're going through right now that this resonated with, just comment below. I love when people get vulnerable and share their experiences. So Love you guys. Thanks.